Money dictates our lives. From the moment we open our eyes until the moment we close them at night. But very few people really understand how money rose to such a position of power. So today, we're asking one serious question. Why does the middle class always bear the brunt during financial crises? This isn't a personal opinion. It's not a political statement. This is simply history. If you look at every major financial crisis, you'll see a painful pattern emerge. The rich get through it. The poor often get some support. But the middle class pays the steepest price. Let's go back in time. In 1929, the Great Depression hit the United States. It started with the stock market. But it didn't end there. Banks failed. Businesses closed. Factories shuttered. Millions lost their jobs. Middle-class families had done everything right. They worked hard. They saved their money. They trusted the banks. But when the banks failed, their money failed with them. People woke up one morning to find their life savings were gone. Their jobs were gone. Their futures became uncertain. For many families, one crisis wiped out generations of hard work. And the most important thing to understand is this. The middle class didn't cause this crisis. But they suffered the most from it. History moved on. But the lesson wasn't learned. In 2008, the world faced another financial disaster. This time, it was called the global financial crisis. It began in the United States. Banks started giving loans to people who couldn't afford them. These loans looked safe on paper. But in reality, they were extremely risky. When people couldn't pay back the loans, the banks panicked. One bank collapsed. Then another. Then another. Suddenly, the entire global financial system began to tremble. Companies shut down. Businesses collapsed. Once again, jobs disappeared. Middle-class incomes almost vanished. But their responsibilities stayed the same. Mortgages. Car payments. Student loans. Loans don't see a crisis. They only see a payment due. This is where the middle class gets trapped. They are too wealthy to qualify for help. But not wealthy enough to survive without an income. Wealthy individuals own assets. Businesses. Stocks. Gold. When markets crash, they do not panic. They wait. And when fear is at its peak, they purchase valuable assets at steep discounts. People in poverty receive government support, food assistance, subsidies, relief programs. But what about the middle class? Not rich. Not poor. So the system often overlooks them. The middle class depends mostly on a salary. One job. One income stream. Limited savings. When the paycheck stops, life grinds to a halt. The bills do not stop. The rent does not stop. School tuition does not stop. History shows us one uncomfortable truth. Financial systems are not designed to protect feelings or fairness. They are designed to protect power. Governments rescue banks. Because banks control the system. Markets recover. Because markets protect wealth. Large corporations survive. Because they are considered too big to fail. But the middle class is left on its own. To recover slowly. Sometimes, painfully. And this is not just the story of one country. America. Europe. Asia. Pakistan. India. The story is almost the same everywhere. Inflation rises. Currencies lose value. Savings erode. The money you saved for years loses its purchasing power in silence. The middle class's greatest enemy is a lack of financial awareness. Most people are never taught how money actually works. They are taught how to earn it, but not how to protect it, not how to prepare. History teaches one clear lesson: never depend on a salary alone. Understand money. Understand risk. Understand the system. Because financial freedom begins with financial awareness. Those who do not learn from history are forced to repeat financial mistakes. Money is not just numbers on a screen. It is power. It is control. And it is history. Welcome to Money Explained, where we understand money through history.